luck come to you today as well. Welcome back, it's Emily. Today, I'll be bringing you another heartwarming moment, so please relax and enjoy. Day 62, Keeper of the Balance Between Light and Shadow. Era of Strife. Once, the kingdoms of light and shadow coexisted in harmony. However, the desire for power and misunderstanding created a rift between the two nations, sparking years of conflict and strife. The people of both kingdoms became accustomed to strife, and few remembered times of peace. This conflict affected the natural environments and lives of the people in both countries, causing much sadness and sacrifice. Yet, voices longing for peace still existed within both nations, gradually gaining momentum. Mission of the Messenger. In the Kingdom of Light, a young messenger named Lena is chosen to be an envoy to the Kingdom of Shadow. Her mission is to put an end to the years of conflict and achieve peace between the two nations. Despite feeling apprehensive about this weighty task, Lena sets out for the Kingdom of Shadow, carrying with her the hopes for peace from those suffering in the conflict. Upon arriving in the Kingdom of Shadow, Lena encounters a harsh environment and skepticism toward peace. However, drawing on her sense of duty and memories of the harmony once shared between the kingdoms of light and shadow, Lena begins to seek the path to peace. So far, we've depicted the moment when Lena embarks on her journey to achieve peace between the kingdoms of light and shadow. This story is about the attempt to end years of conflict and restore lost harmony, a journey of growth and discovery in the process. Hidden truths. As Lena spends time in the Kingdom of Shadow, she learns that the root causes of the conflict extend beyond mere power, struggles and misunderstandings, delving into deep historical backgrounds and inequalities between the two nations. Through interactions with the people of the Kingdom of Shadow, she begins to understand their suffering and aspirations. She also hears tales of a time when both nations once helped each other and prospered together, strengthening her belief in the possibility of peace. The path to peace. To bring peace between the kingdoms of light and shadow, Lena proposes reconciliation based on their shared history. Her proposal focuses on deepening mutual understanding through cultural exchanges and economic cooperation, aiming to eliminate inequalities between the two nations. The process is challenging, met with opposition and obstacles, but Lena's sincerity and efforts gradually start to sway people's hearts. Lena's actions garner support, particularly among the youth of both nations, and a movement toward peace begins to spread. She organizes large gatherings to gather the voices of those desiring peace in both nations and deliver them to the kings. So far, we've depicted Lena's journey of understanding the essence of conflict and beginning to explore concrete paths to peace in the Kingdom of Shadow. Her efforts serve as a catalyst for unraveling misunderstandings between the two nations and restoring lost trust. Children of Light and Shadow. As part of Lena's advocated cultural exchange, a joint camp is held for the children of the kingdoms of light and shadow. At this camp, children from both nations learn about each other's cultures and engage in common games and art projects. Initially wary of each other, the children gradually foster friendships as they spend time together, forming bonds that transcend prejudices between their nations. This event proves highly successful, tangibly demonstrating the possibility of peace to the people of both nations. The bonds born from innocent interactions among the children begin to influence adults, renewing hope for peace, scheming enemies. However, forces opposed to peace exist in both nations and threaten Lena and the children's efforts. These forces view peace as a threat to their power and interests, clandestinely attempting to sabotage the peace process. They spread false information and incite incidents to escalate tensions between the nations, aiming to undermine Lena's peace movement. Despite facing these challenges, Lena realizes that her actions have already begun to change the hearts of the people in both nations, and continues to move forward without giving up. She understands that the movement for peace is no longer solely in the hands of one messenger, but is the collective desire of the people in both nations, and she focuses on seeking broader support. So far, we've depicted the exchange of hope between the children of light and shadow and the challenges encountered from external sources. Despite facing new obstacles on the path to peace, Lena and the children's sincere efforts continue to influence many. Light of harmony. Lena's unwavering efforts and the bonds forged by the children of light and shadow ultimately move the hearts of both nations. As the schemes of those opposed to peace are gradually exposed, more people begin to speak out for true peace. Empathy and understanding beyond the misunderstandings and prejudices between the nations begin to sprout, and the overall societal momentum toward peace grows. Finally, the kings of the kingdoms of light and shadow agree to sign a peace treaty, putting an end to years of conflict. On the day of the signing ceremony, people from both nations celebrate the establishment of peace and rejoice in the beginning of a new era. Lena feels relieved and joyful knowing that she has fulfilled her mission and that a bright future awaits both nations. Towards a new future, after the establishment of peace, the kingdoms of light and shadow begin to build a relationship based on cooperation, aiming for prosperity together. Cultural exchanges and economic cooperation thrive, and the people of both nations are bound by strong ties forged by overcoming past conflicts. Lena feels deep satisfaction knowing that her actions have brought about significant change. Lena's journey began as that of a single messenger but eventually became the story of the people of both nations. The achievement of peace is not just Lena's, but the crystallization of the efforts and hopes of many. A bright future, like the clearing sky after the rain, arrives for both nations. This story illustrates the importance of walking the path of harmony together, transcending conflict and division. Lena's journey, along with the people of the kingdoms of light and shadow, offers hope and inspiration to all those who seek peace and harmony. I hope this story has meant something to you, dear reader. Thank you for spending your time with Emily until the end today. It brings me great joy. If you enjoyed the memorable reading, please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. I'll be preparing a new reading for tomorrow, so please come again. Until then, have a good night. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.